Few more pounds to go. 212, 5'9" on stage, 6.5 weeks. We're working hard to make that happen.
Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates. As you can see, still no clothing sponsor. You'll have to watch me wear my small and tight t-shirts. It is what it is. So the first thing we're going to talk about today is Mike Sommerfeld. And I talked about Mike and what he can and will do at the Arnold Classic. You guys know the whole fiasco that happened before the Mr. Olympia. He was basically caught cheating in a way. People figured out that he wasn't really 5'9" and that he's not allowed to weigh 212 pounds, and that was the reason why he looked like a freaking open bodybuilder and why he beat everybody except for Chris Bumstead. He even beat Chris in 2 poses, which is crazy. They prevented him from competing at Mr. Olympia by measuring him again. And it turned out that he was actually not 5'9". I guess they measured him at 5'8", which I also know is not the case really. He's 5'6", but he manages with a bunch of hair gel, I guess, and other techniques to actually be measured at 5'8". However, his plan for the Arnold Classic is to be 5'9". How? That's the biggest question. Before we try and answer it, check out his statement.
A few more pounds to go. 212, 5'9" on stage, 6.5 weeks. We're working hard to make that happen.
All right, so his goal is to be 5'9" and 212 pounds. That's the idea. How is he gonna do that? I have no idea, guys. The only thing that comes to mind is that maybe he's gonna do a bunch of stretching. Maybe he found a new technique that can actually get you a bit taller. Maybe he's stretching every single day and he's working on that. Maybe he's gonna find a new cheating technique. I have no idea. I know everybody's gonna be looking at him, watching him, and making sure that he doesn't cheat. I mean, at the Mr. Olympia, they hid away the measurements, the weightings, the heights. Maybe it's going to be different at the Arnold. I hope so. I hope we'll actually get to watch this live the way we were supposed to at Mr. Olympia, because they announced that it just didn't happen. Arnold Classic does a lot of things better than the Mr. Olympia, so hopefully this will be fixed as well. Now, we also have a physique update from Mike. We saw it in a reel of his on IG, but now we got a better quality video, and man, Mike looks insane right now. Check this out, guys. I'll give him that. I'll definitely give him that. He looks absolutely nuts at the moment. And honestly, the conditioning is pretty much there. This is 6.5 weeks out, but he could be ready in a week. Literally. He could do a peak week with his condition and look good. In the not 212 in the open, right? He's too big for the 212 as well. He's probably like, I don't know, 220, 225, probably something like that. Big enough for the open, I would say. He could do pretty well in the open, but yeah, he wants to do the Classic. He wants to be the Mr. Olympia, to win the Arnold Classic, not be, a top 5 guy at a decent level open show, or top 10 out of top 10 at the Mr. Olympia in the open, kind of like Urs Klecinski, but I think he has probably more potential than Urs. I think he's a better and bigger bodybuilder than Urs. But yeah, he still wants to do the Classic because he just wants the victories. He just wants the trophies. He doesn't want to do bodybuilding because he just loves doing bodybuilding the way Urs is thinking. Man, he's shredded. Look at the glutes right here. The hamstrings, the lower back. That's where you see how conditioned somebody is. And this is him just posing post-workout, not being peaked, not being dehydrated, probably still using a lot of GH, a lot of high test and stuff that makes you hold water. He's probably eating a lot still, a lot of carbs. If he did a peak week now, try to get rid of the water, he would be stage ready, but he wouldn't be close to his weight cap, to his 212-pound weight cap, which is not really his weight cap, which something he's hoping for, but I don't know, man. If he's gonna go for that and not for the actual weight cap, then he probably knows he will find a way to make that height. That's the goal. But look, this guy will not look this good if he actually has to measure in at the same weight he was supposed to be. He was at Mr. Olympia, right? So he can't be this big, this huge. This is just crazy impressive. But again, as he says, the plan is to be measured at 5'9" and 212 pounds. How is he going to get there? Beats me, guys. I have no idea. I don't know what's his strategy, what are his protocols. If you know what he might be thinking, what he might be planning on doing here, tell us down below in the comment section, guys. Because me personally, I'm clueless. I don't know how will he pull this. The only thing that I can come up with is just some kind of crazy stretching throughout the entire prep. But we'll see if that's gonna work. Let me know down below, guys, whatever you think. All right, the next thing we got for today, guys, is another physique update from Nick Walker. And man, this one is really something special, something different, something new. I do not think I saw Nick's lats hanging this much. This is, as Louis Marco used to say, slabs of beef. Right? Was it something like that? Slabs on top of slabs on top of slabs. Something like that. It was something like that, especially when he would be impressed with lats. And Louis Marco used to love to see great lats. I remember that, and I am also very impressed when I see massive lats because that's the body part that comes in last. A lot of pro bodybuilders don't have great backs when they first turn pro. Some of them figure it out and they grow their lats, their backs after. Some never do that. Derek Lunsford obviously has one of the craziest lats in the world right now. Dorian Yates was known for them. Ronnie Coleman as well, of course. Kai Green was crazy. Phil Heath as well, even though he was narrow, he had massive lats. And now we got Nick Walker with his freaking slabs of muscle on top of slabs in his lower back, in his lat area. Those lats are looking insane, man, right here. And he says in the caption of this story, sorry, forgot to show you the tree. It's not the tree. Nobody cares about the Christmas tree. It's not even an impressive Christmas tree. I mean, the erectors are not even that dry and separated, and like his upper glutes are still holding some fat. Overall, his conditioning is not really where it needs to be like at a level of having a crazy Christmas tree. He still needs to do some work to get more conditioned, but the size in those lats, I don't know, man. Is he putting some SEO in them? Is he injecting all of his gear in the lats? I don't think so. I think it's just real muscle, real beef slabs, right? I think the lats are just pure muscle, pure contractile tissue. It looks like that, and it's going to look even more like that as he gets leaner. This is looking really impressive right here. The traps are also massive, and the craziest thing about his back shots are probably his biceps from behind, his massive shoulders, and probably even more so than everything else, his hamstrings, which we cannot see here, but his hamstrings, his lower body from behind, hamstrings and glutes both, are super impressive. And now here we can see the lats. The lats are super massive. This is looking insane right here. Now, of course, Andrew Jacked has some crazy shape, crazy balance, crazy taper, and a whole bunch of other crazy things. But I don't think he has this kind of muscle, this kind of muscle density, thickness. I think Nick is special in that regard, and I think you can see that very clearly right here. He's going to be a mass monster, man, on that stage. As long as he is in good condition, I'm pretty sure he will be, and he dehydrates just enough. He's not holding a ton of water. If that happens, he is gonna be very tough to beat by anybody else, including Andrew Jacked. But even if he doesn't win, even if Andrew wins, which is probably a more likely scenario, we're gonna see something crazy on that stage. We can be pretty sure about that. And the last thing I wanted to show you guys is a new training clip from Derek Lansford, in which he's doing 4.5 plates for some RDLs. Now, these are not deadlifts. He's not training his back. This is actually an RDL. He's training his hamstrings like this. And again, I spoke about this before. This is what I find really impressive about Derek Lansford. Yes, maybe he added some SEO to his biceps and upper chest and shoulders and maybe lats, maybe his quads. I mean, a lot of SEO, yeah, but he's still training like a freaking maniac. He's lifting very, very heavy compared to, for example, Samson Dauda, who blocked me everywhere. Basically, I didn't check my phone number. We actually did talk on WhatsApp for a moment while I was sponsored by Hostile, so maybe he blocked me there as well. I didn't check. Samson doesn't like me talking about his training in a negative. I don't think it's a negative way, but just really honestly assessing his training. He doesn't like that. And I made a comment under Derek's post right here, and I said, this is why is Derek now the Mr. Olympia and not Samson Dauda. This kind of crazy training. It is the fact that Derek is definitely training a lot harder than Samson Dauda, a lot heavier. He's definitely a lot stronger, or at least he's showing that to us. Maybe Samson can lift even more, but he's not doing that. He's doing military presses with 10 kilos per side. And Derek is lifting some serious weight. And I mean, I'm not saying that's the reason why Derek is beating Samson, but you know, it's something I noticed. Derek is definitely training a lot harder than Samson Dauda, at least on social media, at least on Instagram and YouTube. But I mean, he films his whole workouts on YouTube, so you can see exactly what he's doing. And yes, he's definitely training a lot heavier, a lot harder than Samson. Do I think that's the reason why Derek is winning over Samson? No, not really. That comment was just a joke, but maybe it's not that far from the truth. Curious to hear your thoughts on this, not if Derek is winning the Mr. Olympia over Samson because he's lifting heavier, but on the difference between their styles of training. What do you guys think about that? Also, what do you think about Nick's back improvements and about Mike trying to get taller before the Arnold Classic, whatever that even means? Whatever you think, guys, down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, guys, for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best and bye-bye.